Hello Scorpio, I hope you're all doing well. In today's reading, we'll be looking at whoever you're thinking about for January. Well, what they notice about you first is your physical appearance, the way you carry yourself, ascendant in Pisces, your eyes. People really like your eyes. There's something innocent about you, your face. You just come across as very sensitive, sweet individual, someone who's very caring, nurturing. People think that you'd make a great life partner. Potential suitors, yeah, that you're very stable, but just nice, kind is what I'm getting is people's first impression of you. You are very family oriented, or you seem that you are. Family is important to you, a stable home life. You're someone who's very ambitious, and that is coming through. You have goals, because if we look at the Two of Swords, it's almost he has a goal here and he's aiming the dart, right? It's bullseye. So yeah, you come through as someone who's very successful, you're established, you have your finances in order, you're just very much, I don't know, is it efficient, organized, someone who's practical, you're very grounded. But there's something that people can't grasp about you here on first sight. So there's a level of intrigue, right? You're sweet, you're grounded, but people think, oh, there must be more. There's more to this person. That is what I'm getting. So people want to learn more about you. Two of Swords. There's a level of intrigue, which I'm not surprised you are, Scorpio. But yeah, ambitious, someone who's a 10 out of 10. Really, 10 of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles. You'd make a great husband or wife, a team player. That is how others perceive you. And there's something very natural about you. Natural beauty, naturally handsome, I don't know, right? Something very down to earth. Regardless of your looks, you're very humble and grounded. Some of you may have children and people think you're a great mother or father, or you're great with animals. The vulnerable, yeah, you're good with the vulnerable. Very sensitive. Some of you may be working in the medical field here as well, is what I'm getting. It's just, I don't know, is it children, pets just naturally gravitate towards you? You have that mothering energy, regardless of gender. People feel safe and comfortable in your presence. Now let's look at your attitude when it comes to your love life. We have Venus in Pisces, Seven of Cups, the Sun. Well, you're very idealistic. I'm getting a dreamer here. Some of you may daydream a lot about your love life, but I see optimism here. Regardless of what you've been through, whatever difficulties, right? You haven't lost your hope when it comes to love, finding your soulmate, right? Venus and Pisces is a soulmate energy, so a lot of you, I feel that you will wait till you meet the right person. I don't see you settling for less. But there's optimism. You're happy. Life is good. Some of you can be keeping your options open, seeing what's out there. But it does seem that you do have, opportunities to date, because the Sun is also our fifth house, which represents dating. So yeah, definitely you could be going on dates. You're a romantic. You're very romantic is what I'm seeing. It's almost going out for drinks. Seven of Cups, the Sun. You could be just seeing what else is out there, keeping things casual, lighthearted. I don't see anything serious here when it comes to your attitude in regards to love. But I think you're open to the idea. I don't see closed off energy, which I was actually getting for one sign here before you. So I like to see this. The only shadow aspect of this Venus and Pisces is usually waiting for someone to come save you, or wanting to be the savior. That knight in shining armor dynamic. But paired with the Sun, I'm not primarily getting that. Damsel in distress. I feel you're very confident, happy within yourself, or at least that is where you're headed. I have a nice synchronicity with your advice card and then the Sun card, which I'll point out. I just realized that. Your positive traits as a lover, we have Venus in Capricorn, Jupiter in Virgo, Nine of Wands, Two of Pentacles, Six of Swords. Some of you may have strong earth placements or second, sixth, or 10th house placements, because I'm seeing a lot of earth come through representing you. Not only do we have the Queen of Pentacles, we have the King of Pentacles representing you. Wow, the masculine and feminine energy within you is very much aligned, I'm getting. It's reminding me, Scorpio, it's reminding me of that Moonology card. What was it? Balance practicality with spirituality. You found that balance is what I'm seeing. But your positive traits, you're very protective of your loved ones, your near dear ones. People can trust you. You're very reliable. You have a lot of life experience. You're also someone who's very persistent. So once someone has your loyalty, friends, lovers, family, you don't give up on people easily. And that is your best trait here. You're very persistent, you're dedicated. So once you commit, you're not one to back down. Venus in Capricorn, you're in it for the long run. Saturn, right? You're not afraid of putting in the work, you know, right? Which is why I'm seeing your heads are not in the cloud. I was seeing a daydreamer, a bit of a romantic energy, but I'm also getting you don't have your head in the clouds, right? You know that a long-term relationship will take work. You need that, equal give and take for you to build anything substantial with another. So I see you very grounded, practical. Acts of service may be your love language. Some of you with Jupiter and Virgo. But yeah, you like to do things for your significant other, for your partners. You're also someone who's, with the Two of Pentacles and Six of Swords, you're very methodical and you're very careful when it comes to making any decisions, when it comes to your relationships. And, your ex-partners, whatever, your current partner, if you're dating someone, that is something they will appreciate in you. Is that you really think through things before. You're very thoughtful. That is what I'm trying to say. Let me see if I'm getting anything else. Yeah, extremely hardworking. Yeah, you're very loyal and dedicated partner. And people, your potential suitors, whatever, they can rely on you. It's that Saturn energy. I was getting that very mothering, nurturing energy from you as well. You represent a sense of security, home for your partners, and they really appreciate that. There's a natural warmth you exude. A negative trait you have as a lover, this is interesting. We have Jupiter in Capricorn and King of Pentacles. So what was working for you is what is working against you. So you'll have to find some sort of balance between your work and home life, because King of Pentacles is extremely ambitious, right? It's more of a materialistic energy, can be. Someone who's, very focused on accumulating more, very practical, but money-minded. So yeah, with Jupiter and Capricorn, that is something that you'll have to work on, is finding enough time for your partners, because other people, potential suitors were viewing you as a very work-focused. So there can be a tendency to be a bit of a workaholic. All work, no play. So that is the only negative quality that is coming through here. If you get too lost in that material world, it'll bring little satisfaction to you. How you can overcome this, we have Jupiter in Aries and Knight of Wands. Aries energy back to back. To schedule enough playtime, spending more time with your partners, planning little adventures. Knight of Wands for me is a travel card. But it can be just playing games, right? Moving your body, maybe working out together. I don't know. Making time for play is what they're saying. Because this is a workaholic energy. Knight of Wands is a more adventurous energy. Jupiter and Aries, planning to travel, but just hiking, whatever, spending time, quality time with your partners and getting your body moving will be beneficial. And some of you, that can be physical as well, right? Doesn't have to be, can be through passion, making enough time for that. What kind of people you attract? We have Page of Wands, Ace of Wands, Mercury in Aries, Mercury in Gemini. You attract smooth talkers, very charming people, people that can charm the pants off of anyone is what I'm getting. Mercury in Aries and Mercury, yeah, it's all talk, 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 talk. When it comes to action, they may be missing here, right? And these people can be very impulsive. They don't think before you speak, which is interesting because a positive trait you have is you're very thoughtful. You may be attracting people that constantly hurt your feelings. They don't think, how their words, their actions will affect you. But definitely sex-based connections is what you've been attracting. Flighty people, you're attracting pages. Yeah, people like you instantly. Ascendant in Pisces, they feel, ascendant in Pisces can also be a very vulnerable position. If we're seeing how others are perceiving you, yeah, that you're naive, right? There can be a little bit of that. So people may want to take advantage of your kindness, your generosity. Little do they know that you're a Scorpio. So they may be stung here shortly after getting to know you. I don't know, right? But yeah, very charming, good looking people. People that, you're very attracted to, they're attracted to you. But as fast as it starts, it ends, right? There's no consistency here. It's lustful people coming towards you. Maybe people are sexting you, I don't know. But they're liking your body, what they see. But there's no substance here for what you've been attracting. What you need to attract, we have Sun in Gemini, Mars in Gemini, Justice, Eight of Pentacles. This is interesting. We have Gemini here twice. So you need to attract the Gemini, Sun in Gemini, Mars in Gemini. I see what the cards are trying to tell us here. You are attracting Mercury in Gemini. They want you to attract Mars in Gemini. Okay, the words are nice. You're flattering me. Where's the action? Here comes an action, Mars. So not only people that talk a good talk, but they also have actions to back what they're saying, right? That is what you need. But you need a strong intellectual bond here. Some of you, yeah, I'm not sure what your ascendant is, but some of you, yeah, definitely if you have Sagittarius ascendant, you have Gemini on your 7th house cusp. So that intellectual bond is very significant. But regardless of what your ascendant is, yeah, you need that connection of the minds. Someone you can talk with, someone who's also very fair, balanced, someone who's hardworking. They put in enough time, energy. They match you and your strength. They have goals. Some of you may be attracting someone that works in the legal field here as well, with Justice, Eight of Pentacles. But yeah, someone who can be your friend and also a partner. Someone you can have, back and forth banter with, you can bounce ideas off of. Someone who has a great sense of humor. Someone that can help you lighten your load here with that King of Pentacles. And someone who will be very experimental and exciting when it comes to the bedroom here as well is very important with Mars and Gemini. Gemini is a very creative energy, but it's also playful, someone with a great sense of humor. So this is what you need in a partner. But definitely that equal give and take is extremely significant. And someone who has integrity, right? They do what they'll say. You can rely on them because that is who you are and that is what you need to attract. But it's almost flighty people that you've been attracting. Immature energies, childish. They are a very strong sign, right? Sun in Scorpio. And you're attracting someone who's very powerful because we have the Emperor bottom deck energy. There can be some power struggles or clashes within your relationships. So you also need someone who can be flexible with you, right? Because Justice is a fair energy. It's someone who can see all sides of a perspective. So that is also what you need. You're someone who's willing to hear you out, your ideas, right? Open to discussion, and someone who is flexible with you, right? That can work together with you as a teammate. That is what you need. You're not a sign that can be forced or coerced into anything, but people can win you with love, and that is what you need, Justice. And you may really benefit from words of affirmation. So people that are very supportive with their words, that will be very helpful to you for some of you. When you will meet your person, your new love, we have Page of Swords, Temperance. I'm not really getting anything from this. So let me see. When? Well, Temperance is Sagittarius. I do have. Let me pull these out. I'll lay them out how they came through. So we had September. So some of you may be meeting someone in September. We have fall time. But winter with Temperance is Sagittarius, so it can be September to December will be significant for your love life, meeting your next love. And we also had next month. So yeah, some of you it can be next month, and others of you it's fall time, specifically September. Some of you may already know this person. You've been keeping an eye on them. They've been watching you. Because the Page of Swords is a bit of a stalker energy. And in Temperance, she's almost peeking through one eye, right? So there may be someone that already has their eye on you, or you have your eye on them. So you know this person, and they've been getting information about you. And others of you, another scenario, because I see the books, Page of Swords can be a student, and Temperance rules our 9th house, or well, Jupiter rules our 9th house, which also talks about higher learning, right? So it can be if you're moving for school, or you're advancing your education somehow, I'm not sure. Pursuing higher learning, that may be a sign that you may meet them when you move for school. University, college, something. Or it can be just traveling. But September, fall time. Some of you school starts in September as well, depending on where you're from. So that definitely with the books in September can be through school. Who this person is, we have 2 of Wands, 6 of Wands, Mercury and Scorpio, Mars and Libra. Oh, this person's suspicious. Mercury and Scorpio, they're a bit of a detective, which makes sense if you've already met them, they're gathering information about you. Yeah, this is not one to make any haste movements, decisions. They're similar to you. With the 2 of Wands, that's a planner, a strategizer. They have some goals here in mind. They're very ambitious with Jupiter and Leo, and likely to be very successful for whatever they do for a living because of how well prepared they are, is what I'm getting. But it is, Mars and Libra is a bit of a passive energy. They were saying you need to attract someone with justice qualities, and we have Mars and Libra, which is also justice. This person is someone who's very fair. They'll be, especially in the bedroom. Mars also represents sex, right? Our sex drive. So definitely this is not a taker, you know? It's not just about them and their needs. They'll take into consideration what you need, what you desire, right? It's about pleasing you, but they'll want that equal give and take here. Equality is important, is what I'm getting. But yeah, very confident, ambitious individual is what I have to say about them. A negative quality that you may feel about this person is that they can be indecisive with Mars and Libra, right? And it takes them a while. Mars is action, Libra sort of weighing the pros and cons, so it may take them a while to come to some sort of conclusion here. Because 2 of Wands is also a decision. Should I go left or should I go right? That is an issue. And this all stems from their suspicions. They don't trust easily. This may be an Aries or a Sagittarius you're attracting with Cancer placements. Or they may be at a distance, or travel is involved, because we have Chariot, King of Wands, Wheel of Fortune, and the Emperor. Interesting, we have the map here by the Emperor. Wheel of Fortune is Jupiter, representing travel. King of Wands is pointing at the globe. Chariot is also travel and movement. So that is 4 or 5 cards back to back that talk about travel. And then we also have Temperance, right, which is travel. So this person may be from a different geographical location, different background. Something about them is foreign, it seems. Any messages? Yeah, healing love. This is what you're attracting. This love will force you to heal all those parts of yourself you've been neglecting. You deserve healthy love. Yeah, you've come out of something very difficult. Because I did have happy times for your advice. So that tells me that I don't know if you were in a karmic relationship or there was some cycle you were stuck in. And whatever love you're attracting here moving forward will be extremely healing to you and your partner. Because we have you deserve healthy love. Yeah, this will be healthy love. It's what you deserve with justice. It's positive karma. Rocky start. Rocky starts can lead to happy endings. You'll have to decide if it's worth the fight. The choice will be yours. Ooh, look at that. We have new romance and on a pedestal. Someone new will put you on a pedestal and treat you like royalty. You'll feel loved and cherished. The rocky start can be for a few reasons. I'm not going to try to pinpoint that, but the travel may be something that you have to take into consideration. With all this Gemini, it doesn't have to be long distance. It can be short distance as well. Can you tell me more about this new love that Scorpio is attracting? Can you tell me more about this new love that Scorpio is attracting? Anything else? Yeah, on a pedestal again. Someone new will put you on a pedestal, treat you like royalty. You'll feel loved and cherished. This person may be your twin flame. Yeah, wasn't I telling you you need an intellectual bond? We have intellectual affair. I need to read this to you. There will be a strong intellectual bond, a love influenced by logic. Over-analyzing could be an issue. Slow and steady. Slow and steady wins the race. Progress may be slow, but it will turn out to be beneficial than to make hasty decisions. I think you're both in agreement when it comes to that slow and steady. And we have twin flame. You'll soon meet your twin flame. It may be filled with challenges until you merge and balance your energies, which can be that rocky start here as well, right? Anything else you want to tell me about Scorpio's new love? It'll be very transformative. Well, it's healing love, that makes sense. And we have friends first. Friends first, slow and steady wins the race. We have this love will be love deeply transformational for something new and powerful to emerge. For your advice, we have happy times. This is beautiful. You're entering a happier cycle. You did the work and you overcame so much. Now it's your turn to receive in a major way. It's time. You've had enough lessons. I agree with this card. We've all had enough lessons. Now it's your turn to receive positive karma. So keep your thoughts positive, which you were. Keep dreaming and keep playing the field for some of you, because I was seeing play the field here in your other deck as well. You're attracting someone beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Who is Scorpio single's new love? I need to get your energy in these cards, so I'm not taking those. Who is Scorpio single's new love? Okay, I'm ready now. Ready for cards to fly out. We have ascending. Yeah, some of you, this person. Yeah, look at that. It's coming out of nowhere. We have healing heart, the phoenix, lightning, love, engagement ring, unexpected proposal, marriage. We have transcending obstacles, learning, expansion, new phase, preparing for union. Yes, you are preparing for this person. You are preparing to ascend. You're entering a happier cycle. Life is beautiful. And we have the chaser. Yeah, what is this? This is something you're leaving behind. We have chaser and codependent relationship, fear of abandonment issues, and we have not today. Not dealing hurt, avoiding a conversation call, person, boundaries, still angry. That is talking about your past person, and I think that is what you're ascending from, right? It's about attracting, not chasing. We don't need to chase. We're too sexy. Just kidding. Should I take these? We have girl talk. Time with friends, moving on, happily single, living in the moment, having fun. So yeah, some of you are just happily single, and we have the 3 girls here. So you could be spending time with your girlfriends or your boyfriends, whatever. We have abundance, keep a positive mindset, manifest exactly what you want, gratitude, bliss. Yeah, that is your energy. And look at the money around her. You're very work focused. I see a lot of money coming to you here as well. It's all around abundance is what I'm seeing. And we have soulmates, soul connection, partnership, agreement, soul contract. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. We have keys on a ring, so keeping your options open. We have coffee cup, meeting and conversing with someone. We have love call, someone expresses love. Boat, receiving what you need. Progression, arriving. And we have photograph, looking at your photos, missing you, nostalgia, make new memories. Yeah, some of you may meet someone online or social media, That is why they were watching you. They're looking at your pictures. And then the boat, definitely traveler distance here. But a lot of you, this is someone new is what I'm getting. And you might meet them in September or fall time. Yes, Scorpio, that is what I have for you. Take care of yourself, and I will see you next week. Bye.